Brothers Ryan and Adam Thomas are taking over your Saturday night with a brand new game show filled with wacky challenges and brilliant games for all the fam.
There's just one rule. Don't come last.
We've assembled 100 of Britain's best. It's the show where anyone can win. 100 everyday heroes play stupidly simple games.
If they drop this egg, then they are out of the competition.
Oh, Robbie's done it! With one golden rule. Don't come last. One person will take home £25,000. But to win it, they've got 99 to beat.
This happened!
What's going on?
Are you entertained?
Honestly.
And lucky for us, Ryan and Adam join us now.
So you just saw the llamas, I was like,
I mean, scratch his head going, what am I watching here?
What is this?
You'll all be hooked, I guarantee you.
It looks absolutely bonkers. Tell us about it, right?
It is. It's basically 100 contestants. There's one simple rule, don't come last.
We have to do it like we do it on the show.
OK, don't come
Sure.
last.
There we go, that's our slogan.
All our life. Are we on the right side?
So it's kind of Squid Game-esque, right? You got the Squid Game
it's better than Squid
without
Game.
the old. It's better than Squid Game.
I'm putting it out there.
But without the old, you know.
Yeah,
it's going to be the best
They live.
game.
There is drama, and
one's
you
dying.
think about it at the beginning, that when there's 100 of them, they're all really, like, you know, looking after each other, going, yo, I'll help you out. Soon as it gets down to the final 10, things get a little bit different.
Yeah, I guess.
All right, they're all looking out for themselves because they know they're in reaching distance of the £25,000.
Big prize money there,
Yeah.
isn't it? You would, wouldn't you?
They don't realise it at the start because they're all just enjoying it.
Yeah.
But then when they get to that point where they go, oh, I could actually win this.
Yeah.
Everybody ramps it up a little bit, you know? It's just the tension's there, isn't it?
I suppose at the start it feels like quite a long way away, doesn't it? But then when you're down to the final 10, you're sort of looking around going, I think I can balance the next bit.
Yeah.
What? So how many games are there? Because there's certain games where... Because you can't do this 100 times. You should still be there. You'd still be there now.
No, exactly. So this is what. So there's like over 70 games.
Yeah.
But there's also team games as well,
Yeah.
which spices things up a little bit because you know you could be doing really well in the show, but then all of a sudden you're in a team. You've got to work together, and if you don't, then you're out. So it's quite intense.
Do they get quite emotional? Because obviously they spent a lot of time together, haven't they? There's 100 people.
There's tears.
Yeah, there's a lot of tears shed, a lot of drama. As you can imagine, you know, it's all fun and games at the beginning of the show, but as the show goes on, you get closer to £25,000. You know, there's a lot going on. Yeah.
And for us, we're just sat in a box, like everyone at home, watching it going, what is going on? Like, we don't know what's going on. We don't know what the games are. They don't even tell us. And we just have to watch it like a viewer at home. It's bonkers.
So you don't know what's going to happen?
We have no idea.
That's fun.
Yeah, this is what I mean. We're sort of in the contestants' shoes as well because we don't have any clue what's going to happen next. So.
And you can speak to them. I saw that. Like,
we can shout to them. Yeah. And try and guide them along the way.
And this show is massive in other countries, isn't it?
Yes.
And you guys have brought it to the UK.
Yeah, well, we brought it to the UK. Yeah, well done, Ryan.
We need to buy this. Put it on television.
This is our show.
Well done, lads.
I'm so proud of myself. But yeah, I think it started off in Germany. And it has been all over, but we are the first host to host it in the UK. So it's just so exciting. And again, like I feel like this show is so perfect for me and Ryan because between us, we've literally been in every TV game show, every reality show. And so we know what it feels like to be a contestant. So to be on the other side now as hosts, we can sort of, you know...
we can guide them a little bit.
Yeah,
we
know how
the
they feel.
contestants all
Can you guide us a little bit? Because you've brought along these.
Yeah.
Right,
Do you know what?
So
Just as well I love you two.
Yeah.
Is this one of the games?
This is one of the games from 99 to beat. This will be...
And we would
seeing this
really
the right
appreciate
way.
if you try this game out.
Yeah, so the premise of the game is you've got
Mate.
to try and balance the slinky.
What did you do word today?
You've got to try and balance the slinky on your head, but you're not allowed to use your
stand
hand.
up.
There's different techniques to this, as you'll see on Saturday night.
Right.
You get a lot of party games out of it, don't you? You get a lot of
got
ideas.
party
This is
Okay.
what's so good about this show is you can play these games at home as well.
God, it's quite difficult.
Yeah.
There's a bit of a tactic to it, guys. This isn't it.
There's like 2 seconds where you're like, where is it?
There's a lot of people on the floor. Maybe you want to try again on the floor.
Yeah,
There's a lot.
Now you can imagine 100 contestants trying this.
It's quite painful on the nose.
Yeah, but you don't want it to hit you in the face.
Yeah.
How would you do? How would you do that?
Well, this is what I mean. It takes quite quite a while for the
We'd be straight out.
I know, I'd be out.
Like 97 right now.
But it doesn't matter. This is what's so good about the show. It doesn't matter if you do it first. It's just don't come last.
Wish I would do. But
I speak to Josie on the phone, and all we do all night is laugh. And
you two know each other from a romantic trip to Italy. Is that
I love
right?
him. I absolutely love him. I was so happy when you two were up for this because I thought, your brother, all three of you. I mean, I know Scott's not in it, but all three of you.
Yeah, he didn't get the cup.
Sorry, Scott.
He did come last.
Yeah. He is actually in it, though. He is actually in it. He is in it.
Yeah, he's in.
Oh,
He's in.
We couldn't do it without him.
You're just the best family
Was that
ever.
a bit of an awkward call when they got the call again? And you were like, what about Scott?
It was an awkward conversation.
No, they said he's too good looking. I went, all right, okay.
Yeah, that's what it was.
All right.
That's what it was.
I get it now. Get it.
But it is a family affair. You know, your family are sort of, you're such a sort of showbiz family. So, I mean, basically, you've taken over Waterloo Road, right? So it's basically just you.
Well,
you guys.
again...
Who's not in Waterloo Road?
But this is what I mean. Again, I get to go and work at Waterloo Road with my family, with his daughter, with my son. And again, the fact that we get to do a show together like this as brothers, like, it's the best job in the world when you get to work with your family.
Yeah.
And Roy, I've got to ask you, how does it feel? You're going to be returning to the cobbles.
I know. Where it all started, it was actually my first day yesterday.
You were
the first time in nearly 10 years I stepped back on them cobbles, and I was in the Rovers all day yesterday, and it was a real moment. As they opened the gate, the security man said to me, "Welcome home," and I nearly started crying because I was 16 when I started there, and I wouldn't be where I was now if it wasn't for that show. And the people is what I missed, and I get to see all the same makeup artists, all the same crew, the cast, and it's home, and it was so lovely. And I've got a few more days next week as well, so I'm looking forward to it.
And it was your TV mum, Sally, that actually requested you back, wasn't it?
Sue rang me. She said to me, "Would you come back from Exit Storyline?" And when Mother says you've got to do something, you do it.
It's not our real mum.
No, not real mum. But she might as well be.
It feels like it. It's a long time, wasn't it, you were on there?
Yeah, 16 years. And
16 years.
I spent all my childhood there, went into being a man, had a child, and, all these things. And now I've got, 3 beautiful children. And I'm here now with Adam. We're promoting 99 to Beat. It's a weird world, isn't it?
I'm so proud of you two.
Oh,
You know that. I'm really, really proud of you.
You bring a lovely energy wherever you walk into a room.
Yeah.
Thank you. Appreciate
Light it up.
Thank you.
Love you guys.
99 to Beat airs tomorrow at 6 p.m.
Thank you so much for visiting our This Morning YouTube channel. We upload new content every single day, so go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you in the morning.
So juicy, yes. Ollie and Robert do join us now. Oh, brilliant storyline. What a storyline to start off with. Absolutely excellent. Oz, can you start by telling us a little bit about your character there?
Yeah, so Flynn comes from a very different world than Holby in the world of the show. And he sort of comes crashing into that, pun intended. In the first episode, he's involved in an accident. He comes in as a patient and then takes over and seeks to sort of change the place from within.
He's ex-Army Special Forces?
He's a Special Forces medical officer, yeah, which is a sort of relatively new part of UK Special Forces. I think it's only been a thing for about 9 years. There are about 10 in the country. They're fully badged Special Forces members and doctors, so it's quite a unique and high skill set.
Did you get to spend time with them?
I did, yeah. I worked with a couple of companies, Andata Performance and Dark Prism, all run by ex-Special Forces operators. And
what a brilliant experience.
It was amazing, and I really milked it as well. I mean, I did all the fun stuff, all the weapons handling and kicking doors in, night vision and all that stuff. But we did a lot of physical training, and I got to just ask them very frank questions about their relationship to death, or how they compartmentalise going away, leaving families behind, things that were really relevant to Flynn, both in the first episode, but in the series going ahead, how he operates as a clinician, how he treats his family, how he treats his colleagues, all kind of stem from that jumping off point,
And Robert, your character, Russell, is actually Flynn's father-in-law. And there's a bit of a juicy storyline here. And I always think, would I say something or would I not say something? Can you just explain the storyline for us?
Well, I mean, he realises that his son-in-law has been treating his daughter unfairly and worse. And yes, the question is, when does he confront him with it?
Would you say? I always ask myself this question because, you've been having an affair in the show. The lady's come in. She has passed away. That was in... I haven't given anything away. That was in last week's episode. She's passed away. But you were having an affair with this lady. And you only know because you've come in from the car
Smell
accident.
the perfume.
So
it's in the jacket.
Yeah, would you say anything?
Well, not in that moment. I mean, he deduces from what he sees, but he takes his opportunity when Flynn is lying there to lay down the law.
And this is a whole new world for you because you don't watch medical dramas, you sort of haven't watched any documentaries about it. So have you gone, because there's that kind of classic chief surgeon vibe that's like quite detached and quite matter of fact. Have you gone down that route?
Well, I mean, surgeons I think have to be detached. I mean, I don't want a surgeon to feel my pain. I want a surgeon just to get on and do it.
Yeah.
And
don't want any empathy at all.
Well, empathy, I think a difference between empathy and compassion. I mean, you can be compassionate about the case, the needs, the desires for people to get better.
Yeah.
Of course they do. But I think empathy is more about feeling your pain, and I think it's an overrated quality in some ways. It can get in the way of your work.
Yeah, if you're a surgeon.
We've got a little clip of your work in action, actually. Let's play it.
Ah, there you are, Dr. Byron. I think you should know that I've been fielding calls from ward managers all morning, complaining that the ED are sending out patients when there are no beds.
Yeah, I told the site team this morning as well.
And they were told that the patients would have to queue in the ward corridors?
I mean, if they can queue on corridors down here, I don't see why they can't.
Of course you don't. You see, the thing is that the wards already have more patients than they can staff safely. I put my reputation on the line backing you for this job. I'm sure you'll want to create the best possible impression. Okay.
Oh, Robert.
No empathy there at all.
You really suit playing a surgeon, but is he nicer or is he not nice?
Oh, he thinks he's marvellous, yes. And he's a very special surgeon. In the sense that he's really good at his job. So, yes, of course, his own character, he's not necessarily aware of his own character. He's also capable of denying anything he's done, so long as there's no evidence and all that sort of stuff. Yeah. All sorts of things happen in the next 12 weeks, which are complicated and interesting, I think.
And the way Casualty works is it's 12 weeks, isn't it? You have a whole kind of arc in 12, almost like a series in 12, kind of a mini-series.
Yes, it's not it's been going nearly 40 years, and it's not an amorphous mass of those programmes. They do chunk them up into seasons or series or box sets, whatever you want to call it. And so it means that there is a particular story that's going on in that time.
And Robert, how were you, did you spend a day in the life of a surgeon to learn all the medical terminology? Or?
Well, I take most of my research from the script. But on the other hand, it is really good to know how people are around the table. I went to St Mary's Paddington and met a surgeon there called George Rees, a brilliant man, who was also on set with us and was able to answer all the questions and tell us that we weren't holding the...
Don't cut it there, cut it there!
Stuff like that. But also he's really interesting about the dynamic and the hierarchies and the fact that people who are beholden to the surgeon don't necessarily criticise them because they need preferment later in their career. All that sort of stuff is really useful.
Well, you had quite a lot of things to learn, didn't you? Like quite a lot of complex medical terms as well as the script.
Yeah, I mean, it's endless. Thankfully, we have a pretty extensive team of professionals on the floor at any given moment. There are always real medics around, which is obviously essential. I'm starting to get used to it. It's more frenetic, and the surgery is quite nice and calm, isn't it? Whereas the ED...
Your brain must be fried.
Yeah, like a little bit.
I just want to ask you a question. How do you feel about people that actually working... You've been playing the role. How do you feel about these people that actually do this for a living, work in the casualty unit for a living every day? How do you feel now after playing this role about them?
Well, I mean, it's an extraordinary role within society, and I think going into the show as an actor, you feel quite a weight of responsibility to represent them well, but also not separate them from the fact that they have complex interpersonal relationships that cause chaos. I have a father-in-law who's leveraging a secret he has over me to his benefit and making my life a nightmare as a result. And, I'm not saying every NHS doctor goes through the same, but they're real people with real life problems. Yeah.
Thanks, you two.
Thank you, Robert. Thank you, Ollie. Thank you very much.
So
Good night.
You can catch Casualty 8:35 tomorrow.
Thank you for visiting our This Morning YouTube channel. We upload new content every day, so go ahead, hit that subscribe button. You don't want to miss out, and we'll see you in the morning.
next guest is a global music, film and TV star.
You'll remember her as the formidable Wilhelmina Slater in Ugly Betty. She also kept the ladies in check as Renee on Desperate Housewives. And she, of course, broke boundaries as the first ever black woman to be crowned Miss America.
But Vanessa Williams is strutting from the screen to the stage as she brings the infamous Miranda Priestley to the West End in the new production of The Devil Wears Prada.
By all means, introduce me at a global pace. You know how.
I love it. Good morning.
Good morning.
It's so nice.
I'm really
to see
not
you.
that evil. I mean, you've given me so many lines to you.
But you do it so
You really
well.
do.
And I think everybody remembers the movie with such affection as well.
Yeah.
How have the audiences been while you've been here?
The audiences have been amazing. I mean, standing ovations, selling out since we opened. We just started previews October 24th, and it's just been incredible. And the scope of my fan base, it startles me every time I come out and I do my autographs. I mean,
At the stage door.
Taiwan, China, Japan, Brazil, Poland, Russia, Ireland, all over the United States. And so I'm always like, where are you from? What do you watch me in? Some people, Hannah Montana.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. The Odyssey, which I did back in 1996.
Love
you know,
that.
played Electra. And, of course, Ugly Betty and Desperate Housewives. But it's been incredible.
Wow.
But now, of course, Miranda Priestley is such a formidable, wonderful character, Vanessa. I bet you just relish the opportunity to play her.
I'm loving it. Of course, you know, there were so many comparisons. What are you going to do? Meryl did it so well.
Yes.
What are you going to do?
And it's Meryl.
And it's Meryl, yes. But, you know, it's a different medium. You're on stage. You have to burst into song. You have to project. You have to use up all of that space. And I'm loving what we've created. My co-stars are incredible. Amy DiBartolomeo just got a nomination for Olivier. So we got our fingers crossed that she's going to be amazing.
And, of course, Elton John wrote the music.
Yeah.
Just,
I mean,
you know.
just
And he wrote
Elton
another
John.
song for us, just
for fun.
Yeah.
How was it performing for him as well? Because did he workshop the music with you and stuff?
We did, well, it opened years ago in Chicago. They did a first production, and this is a whole new production.
Right.
Jerry Mitchell came in and was our director and choreographer. It's a whole new team. So the first time we actually did a read-through for Elton was last January for 2 weeks.
Wow.
And he loved it.
Great.
And then we went to work and started doing our rehearsals. And we started in May, then went to Plymouth in June. And we opened there, July, August. And then had a month break. And then we came here and started working here.
But by the way, you're a big Elton fan, right?
Oh, yeah.
So you've said that quite casually. What's it like performing and singing for Elton John when it's the music that he's helped create?
Watching him get so excited, that's what turns us all on.
Yeah.
It's almost like pleasing your dad, like, oh my God, he loves it. And having him be not only involved in the creative part, but seeing just another production and his vision, like spoken through us, is titillating.
And is it true you got to go to his house for dinner?
I did.
Oh, my days.
What did he serve you?
Yes.
Fish.
Love it.
And he does love to connect. He collects salt and pepper shakers, so we all had our own individual salt and pepper shakers.
Is that right?
Yeah. But of course, the house was spectacular, filled with
Flowers.
candles and flowers, and David's lovely. Just it was just
what you wanted it to be.
Absolutely.
But we've also got to talk about Anna Wintour, because essentially that's who Miranda is based on as well. Have you taken elements of Anna? Have you ever met Anna?
Oh, look,
She's
there you are
supposed to be
there.
very
Yeah,
terrifying.
that was at opening night. Yes, I've met her. I've gone to the Met Gala, which we recreate in the show, and I've actually spoken to a couple of people that have worked for her.
Oh.
So it was nice to get those kind of. I met one of the women who got the jet. There's that scene in the movie that we
when
do
Andy
here.
gets the plane.
She's in Miami. She wants to get home. There's a hurricane, and nobody's flying. And I was at a luncheon, and I was sitting a one seat away from this wonderful woman, Stephanie Horton, and she said, "I'm the one who got the jet." I go, "Sit down right here. Tell me all about it." And she said, when she got the jet, it was not in Miami. They were having an event in Aspen.
Yeah.
Snow. Whiteout conditions, nobody was flying, and she said, "I want to get home." So it was up to her to get. So she called Aaron Lauder from Estee Lauder.
Of course.
Aaron's plane was in Vail, so she had to get a car in whiteout conditions from Aspen to Vail to get Aaron's jet to fly her back
That's the type of power Ben Shepherd.
Yeah,
there you
that's
go.
what I will.
He's literally like, get me a cab, get me a push bike home.
That's the sort of PA you want, right? Find a way or make a way. Whatever it is,
Yeah.
she had that power.
Yeah.
And is she warmer and friendlier in real life, Anna Wintour? Is she?
She loves theatre, yeah. And what we do in our show is we do it in 2005 when the movie came out. So that's when publications had the power and
Yes.
the money and the budgets. So that's why they could wield their budgets and their money so well. So that's why it's kind of like a little capsule of what it was back. Because nowadays it's just not the same.
No.
You know?
No.
Yeah.
Now, you were always kind of going to be a Broadway star because you'd always been a singer and a dancer and an actress, and your parents were both music teachers. That's right. But you won Miss America too.
Yeah. what is it now? 42 years ago?
42, yeah,
42 years ago.
83?
Yeah, 83.
The first black woman to win.
Yeah.
That must have been
Look at you there.
Jeez.
That's just... What do you
20
think?
years old. Yeah.
So there's an interesting question. What does Vanessa now... What would you say to Vanessa back then?
Oh, God. You know, I see, as a mother of 4, and seeing my kids go through, my kids are all adults now, but what I had to go through at 20 years old is astounding. And I am so happy that I had parents that believed in me and were my safe space. I had a community that was always there for me. And I don't have the social media that...
Yes.
I mean, even though my scandal was a huge worldwide thing, the social media now is so immediate and so personal. And we've been dealing with some of these issues even within our cast. Like I said, you got to let the noise go. Do not respond to every person who's going to be, messaging you and making a comment. They don't know who you are.
We should explain, though, your scandal, of course...
was huge.
Was huge. Just to explain, because some of our viewers might not know what it was.
Well, I'm actually doing a documentary about it.
Yeah, amazing. I love the fact you're taking the power back to that as well.
Can you explain what happened?
Yeah. Well, I was a junior, going into my junior year at Syracuse, and I was a musical theater major, and so won Miss America just because I needed the scholarship money. Had no idea I was going to win. I was supposed to come to London my junior year abroad, and was ready to go in September. And of course, my life changed, and I became famous, and had an amazing time as Miss America. I mean, invited the presidents, the White House, and performed all over the United States. But I had worked a few summers before as a makeup artist in a photo studio. The guy who was a photo studio photographer said, you know what, can you do some nude pictures for me? No one will ever see them. So never signed a contract, never signed a release. So when I became famous, he started trying to peddle the pictures. And funnily enough, Hugh Hefner from Playboy said, I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to ruin her life. And also, there is no release, so no.
Because he had no right to sell them.
No right, but he went to Penthouse magazine, Bob Guccione at the time, and he was like, sure. So these photos were, I had 6 more weeks to go in my reign. And again, I've written a book about this. This is just the short version, but the pictures were made public, and I had a few weeks to decide whether they're going to take my crown, and I decided to resign and get on with my life. I tried to fight it with a lawsuit, and of course they had a huge team, and my parents were lovely enough to, try to back me, and I was like, you know what, I'm going to move on with my life. Forget this, and so I dropped the lawsuit and made my way through the business. Yeah. And it took me 10 years to get from what I wanted to do on stage up until...
But you've had the most prolific career as well. I mean, like, people remember your role in Ugly Betty, too.
Yeah.
Like, people love that show so much. Do you guys still stay in touch if they've been to see the show?
America just came last month.
Did she?
Yeah. She came last month.
Did she get married at your house?
She did get married at my house.
I mean, that's quite a generous thing to do.
So I usually had these big parties for, like, summertime for the cast party, and they would bring kids, bring dogs, everyone's invited.
Oh.
And
she brought the congregation.
Yeah. And when she told me that she was engaged, I said, my house is always available. And so she had a beautiful ceremony. Judith Light was the the officiant.
Celebrant, yeah.
And had the whole crew there.
Look
It
at the
was
two of you.
wonderful.
It'll be lovely because Ugly Betty was such a moment in time. It was such a special show.
Mm-hmm.
And the fans of that show that are coming to see you at the stage door from all over the world will love the fact that you're all still so connected.
Yeah. Michael Urie's, they just did a new a podcast, so I'll be on that pretty soon too.
Maybe.
Yeah. And also Desperate Housewives.
Yes.
Terry's daughter, Terry Hatcher's daughter, just came last week as well. She's coming soon. So, when you work with people on a daily basis, you create bonds.
You do.
Yeah, it's family.
Sure.
And you've got an exclusive as well, by the way, I think, for us about your run.
I just decided to extend my October 18th. I'll be in
all the way through.
We have to
in
go.
Prague.
We are going to come and see you.
Come and see you.
Yes.
That sounds amazing. Thank you so much for coming in today.
No
We're not done with you yet, though.
Uh-oh.
We're going to be forcing you to do more.
Yes, you've got to do a bit of fashion.
You've got to sing for your supper.
I love fashion.
Thank you so much for joining us, Tessa. It's lovely having you here. Tickets for the Devil Wears Prada at the Dominion Theatre in London's West End are on sale.
Thank you for visiting our This Morning YouTube channel. We upload new content every day, so go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out. And we'll see you in the morning.
Oh,
good.
I was up so late watching as many episodes. In the end, Annie turned around to me, my wife turned around to me, you've got to go to sleep at some point.
Turn it off.
Just gripped. Julie Graham joins us now. Julie, lovely to see you.
And you.
We are so invested already.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
I know it lands on Sunday, I think, isn't it?
Yeah.
On BBC.
Yeah.
Just explain a little bit about The City Is Ours, the Scouse Sopranos.
Well, yeah, that's what they're calling. I mean, that's a very flattering comparison. It's a big sprawling story about. At the heart of it is family. It's about succession, it's about love, it's about betrayal, it's about grief. And you've got these two stories running in parallel alongside each other. So you've got the Phelan family, or the head of this organised crime family. Ronnie and I play Elaine, and Sean Bean plays Ronnie. Mm-hmm. And we're kind of thinking of stepping back and who's going to take over. Elaine wants her son to take over. Mm-hmm. And Ronnie's right-hand man, Michael, Ronnie wants him to take over. Mm-hmm. In the meantime, Michael has fallen in love for the first time. He's trying for a child through IVF, so there's this kind of parallel love story running through it as well, which is really strong and beautiful and tender. So there's a kind of real juxtaposition between this kind of tender love story and this kind of fight for succession and who's going to be crowned king and who's going to take over the family business. And the women are very strong in it, which is unusual for a crime drama. I mean, I'm the kind of matriarchal character.
It's a brilliant character.
And then you've got this character, Rachel, who wants to come up the ranks and kind of run all the business side of it. And you've got Darcy Shaw, who plays Melissa, my daughter-in-law, who's kind of in the background manipulating things. You've got Saoirse, who's amazing, Monica Jackson. And she plays a real kind of shady character. You don't know where she's going to go. She's like a little time bomb.
Yes.
And she goes off big time, and it's great. It's just all very kind of Shakespearean.
It's exactly that.
It
It's
is.
bubbling, and there's tension, and as you say, the juxtaposition of the love story. You can see Michael falling in love and what that means.
Yeah.
But you mentioned Sean Bean, the amazing Sean Bean.
The Bean.
And is that how he's dubbed the Bean?
We called him the Bean.
We gave him a bean.
We did give him a bean.
We gave him a bean. He came on here.
It felt like there's something so extraordinary about watching Sean Bean do anything.
Yeah.
And that the head of a crime family, he just wears that so perfectly.
Yeah, he's mesmerising to act with, actually. He's like kind of a bit of a snake charmer. Sometimes you kind of forget. You think, oh, shit, I've got to do my
It's a line, yeah.
And, but he's just the most generous and lovely, but really shy person as well. So he's a kind of real... he's a very complex person, but he's just the most amazing person to be around. He's incredibly collaborative. He's very shy.
Yeah.
There's not much he can't do
Well,
other than...
I was going to say, snake charmer, snake hips. Does he have both of those things going on? Can he dance? Because there is a moment...
There's a wonderful
in the
moment.
show where it's House of Bamboo, Andy Williams' House of Bamboo, and you all stand up together.
Yeah.
And it's like a version of almost line dancing, isn't it, a little bit?
Yeah, it's line dancing. It's their dance. That's what they do as a family. They all get together at christenings and weddings and all that sort of stuff. And it's what bonds them.
You can tell.
The whole family know how to do it. And it was great fun to learn. I think half the actors loved doing it and half the actors didn't like doing it, but I was straight up for it because I loved dancing.
How did Sean get on?
He was slightly more slow to learn the dance, put it that way.
OK.
It wasn't his natural habitat.
Do you know what?
But he gave it a good go and he was wonderful.
But there's that lovely thing about it where you sense that once you're in the family, this crime family,
Yeah.
you learn to do the dance, you do it together. That's their way of sort of just showing everybody else at the christening,
Yeah.
this is us, this is who we are.
Yeah.
It's a really brilliant theme.
Yeah, it was great fun to do. It was like, you know, usually when you do take after take after take, people say, oh, yeah, we're going to go again. And you think, oh, have you not got that yet? But every
didn't
time they
mind.
said we're going again, I was like, yes, let's do it.
Well, and then also you ended up spending time in Marbella as well, so it was like being on a holiday.
Yeah, we spent the first 5-6 weeks filming in Spain. It was a great bonding experience for everyone because I didn't really know any of the actors. So we all got to we were all staying together, we were all hanging out.
And you didn't know what happens in the end as well. That's how tightly guarded the end was too.
We didn't have the last script.
So you
And
didn't
in
know
fact, when we got the script, we all quickly fast-forwarded to see if we were still alive.
In case there's a season 2.
Well, it's very, very tricky being on that show. No one's safe.
No one is safe. That's what's so gripping about it.
it is.
Julie, thank you so much for popping in
thank you.
and sharing a little bit about it.
Yeah, This City Is Ours starts this Sunday, the 23rd of March at 9 p.m. on BBC One. And if you want to watch it all in one go, like him here, the whole series drops the same day on BBC iPlayer.
And definitely look out
It's so good.
for the dance scene when Sean goes the wrong way and everyone's going one way.
I didn't see it.
Thank you for visiting our This Morning YouTube channel. We upload new content every day, so go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out. And we'll see you in the morning.
Next guest began his career as a dancer, but that was just the beginning. Of course, he's worked on the nation's biggest musicals, become a choreographer, director, best-selling author, and where we know and love him best as the judge on Strictly Come Dancing. But Craig,
Yeah.
isn't
Revel.
stopping there. He's a talented singer too. After recently releasing his debut album, Revelations, he's heading out on tour for a string of fabulous nights across the country. It's lovely to have you with us now. Post-gnawing on the amazing pork crusty roll.
Yeah, that was delicious. It really was.
Delicious.
It was gorgeous. I might consider making that myself.
You must do.
When I finally get a kitchen, darling. I'm in the middle of Renault's tonight, mate.
I mean, seriously, it is, right?
Seriously, yeah. Pretty
Yeah,
bad.
not easy. So you're going to go off on tour?
I am. It's called Revelations, and it's on the back of my album, which my mum, wanted me to make. And I thought, I've never done one, so I thought I'd better do one. Done it before I'm 60. So I'm 60 now, sadly.
Congratulations.
Which is great, thank you very much. And then I thought, I'll take it out on the road. And actually, it's a compilation of a lot of women's songs that I've played before, because I played Miss Hannigan, of course.
Yes.
I've been in The Wizard of Oz and played,
Dorothy?
The Wicked Witch of the West. Well, I would have liked Dorothy, darling. That'd be an alarming scenario, wouldn't it? But it's all very character-driven, all of the songs and stuff that I sing. But it is a delve into my life as a musician, really, because that's how I started. Contemplating even dancing. And it started with the recorder, bizarrely, which a lot of people start.
All the kids start
But you
there.
may laugh, Kat Daly, you may laugh, but I did play the recorder at Sydney Opera House. And
Really?
It's a proper... We had a proper consort of recorders, and there were 7 different ones.
How
and
old
I
were
was
you?
lead descant. I was 11 and 12,
I
darling.
thought he was going to say 52.
No.
London's burning.
I might be getting it out in my tour.
really?
The tour is full of, weird and wonderful things, great songs, obviously. Maybe a little bit of dancing, a little bit of Shirley Bassey, I've got it on my sleeve, a little bit of Ursula, from The Little Mermaid. Just all mad sort of characters that I played over the years. And I just wanted to put something together that was really personal to me, and I want it to be a little bit like we are.
Yeah.
You come to the theatre and it feels like you're just coming to have a cocktail party with me at my house. So I won't have my judging paddles and I won't have my judge's hat on, and I'm going to be just me, and it's going to be a complete calm, delightful.
But the audience, of course, can bring their judging panels because they're now going to be judging you.
I'm sure they will, my love, but they'll get a chance because I'll be doing a Q&A.
Oh.
And I'm hoping that people ask me the hardest questions.
Yeah, so you're literally going to open up the floor to the audience that come in and say anything you want to ask, I will answer.
And they can do it through texting. And they'll text my lovely pianist, Ben Goddard, who's gorgeous, and we're doing a couple of duets together, so it's not just me and Shirley Bassey and Ursula. It's going to be Ben as well. And yeah, I'm accepting anything. I will answer any question I'm asked, whether it's on Strictly, my personal life, anything. I don't care.
Wow. And are you telling a few showbiz stories along the way?
I'm going to be telling a lot of showbiz stories, a lot of Strictly backstage goss.
Soup song?
Of course. Well, what is Shirley Ballas really like? I'll be delving into that. I'll be delving into why Bruno left.
Yes.
No one knows that, do they? Oh, well, it might have been for money.
I bumped into him in the car park at CBS.
But I love him. I did a fabulous ITV show with him.
You did a travel show
where we
together, didn't you?
travelled around, and it was spectacular. I loved every minute of it, apart from all the hoo-has of the hotels, you know, when his room wasn't right or wasn't big enough, or I got a better room, you know, that it all turned a bit how's your mother then.
Have you had, so obviously he now is on Britain's Got Talent as one of the judges there. Do you ever have a judge off and talk about who could be the most outrageous? I mean, how does that go, Craig?
I don't often fall off my chair. And I don't often, like, beat around the bush. I'm normally, as a judge, as you all know, I'm very direct and down the line.
But except, though, you have become a little bit more kind of tempered.
Well, I have to say...
in your commenting.
Yeah, I think it's...
Is that an age thing, or
no,
is it...
I think it's a sign of the times. You know, 20 years ago, when Strictly started, you can pretty much say whatever you really, truly thought, which is absolutely fine, but that could be misconstrued as abuse now, you know, if you're telling someone the truth about their dancing. Of course, there's celebrities who are extremely famous for being absolutely incredible, and I get that, but they're in the world of dance, and that's why they're there to learn to dance. So my job, I've always respected, is to be honest with them and tell them the truth. Now, some people can't deal with that, and some people take offence to hearing the truth as well. But I think it's all about delivery. So I think I try nowadays not to be woke or anything like that. I still tell the truth about the dancing because I think that will help them progress further. But I now pepper it with a little bit of positivity.
Which is never a bad thing.
Well, I think that's good. Look, I'm not there as the teacher, and I've always said that. I'm not there to love, nurture, embrace, and help them on their journey. That is not my thing. My thing, I've got 30 seconds to talk about a dance. I like to tell them what's wrong with it so they can go away and come back next week a better person.
So when you see Ola Jordan, who is a dancer from Strictly, married to James, of course, come out and say, oh, Strictly needs a new judge, it needs to be spiced up a little bit. Do you think there's a reason it's not quite as spicy as it was, and actually it's a reflection of the sign of the times?
Well, I think it is a reflection of the sign of the times, and you know, it's a really difficult job to be able to, especially as presenters, as we all are, you know, when we're on live television, to say what you think, but you always also have to second-guess what other people might misconstrue it as. You know, and I think that is always difficult. So, yes, you do have to mind your P's and Q's. You know, you can't swear. We don't talk about religion. I don't talk about hair, makeup or anything like that. I just try and talk about the dance. But as soon as you start giving critique, you do have to think, are they going to take that too personally?
How's it going to land?
Except though everybody does love you so much.
Well, I'm not going to change that part of it. And James and Ola Jordan just want my job, clearly. You know, so good luck to them getting it, darling, because I ain't going anywhere.
Right.
I'm staying right on there.
That's kind of what we want to hear, because you've been with it since the beginning.
Yeah.
You're not
created
going
it. You know, that's the thing. And it's gone to 63 countries worldwide, which is extraordinary when you think about it. I mean, I've just literally come back from Australia filming Dance with the Stars over there, which is great fun. Absolutely love that. Australia is out there compared to BBC. Yeah, you can sort of
you can be a little bit more.
You can let your hair down. I was shocked. I was literally shocked because I've been brought up by the BBC where one sits there and holds
P's and
pebbles from 1 to 4, minding my P's and Q's, but they totally just go for it. It's quite interesting, actually, but I really loved it. It was a great sort of breath of fresh air in that way. But I think the series itself is doing brilliantly here in this country. Yeah. And it's just so great.
as well, it does brilliantly.
We need to see you both on there. Come on. I hope you're coming to my revelations.
We'd
tour,
love to.
darling.
Are we allowed
It's
to
going to be
come?
so much fun.
Can we
I
ask
wanted
a
to be
question?
uplifted.
I'm composing the questions already.
Yeah.
Well,
Let's
you can,
get
listen,
really
you can
deep
just
and personal.
text them in
Yes,
from
we
wherever
can.
you are.
Yeah, we
Change the number. Oh, here's one from Kat.
Again.
Who's not in today? No, she's having a bar. Craig, thank you.
Thank
for
you.
popping in. Lovely
Thank
to
you
see
so
you.
much.
Craig's Revelations tour begins on the 4th of April and tickets are on sale now.
Questions about anything? He'll take
Anything. Thank you for visiting our This Morning YouTube channel. We upload new content every day, so go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out, and we'll see you in the morning. So stunningly beautiful. Host Matt Baker is with us now. We were just talking before, and after watching all of these TV shows that are very kind of can be slightly depressing,
Full-on or traumatic.
full-on trauma, to just sit and watch this and revel.
It's an antidote, isn't it? It just takes you
Matt.
there. And the landscape is just incredible. Eddie, Snowdonia, you know, it's just breathtaking to be there. And this farm, 600 acres of the most nature-rich farm that the National Trust have in Wales, and that is what is on offer.
I sort of jokingly described it as X Factor with sheep dip, but the reality is, it is a sort of talent show in a way, in that all of the contestants have applied to be the tenants on this farm. They all want to farm this land, in theory, for the next 15 years.
And hopefully more.
And so one of them, one of the couples, will be given that at the end. They will win the opportunity or win that tenancy.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, that's what it's like a practical job interview. So the National Trust...
On telly.
Yeah, well, yeah, exactly. But yeah, these are all real hopefuls. They desperately want to farm and have this opportunity. But the thing is, you know, that I suppose these days you've got to diversify in a way to make a farming business pay. There's so many assets available with this place as well, because there's a bed and breakfast that's connected to the farmhouse itself. These little bothies, which are these little converted sort of cattle sheds dotted around the landscape as well, which adventurous walkers like to go and stay in. So they can rent out for like 40 quid a night. There's ancient woodland there. There's this unbelievable lake that they have access to. Yeah. And it's in the foothills of Wythfa, Snowdon, you know, Wales's highest mountain. So there's all that recreation. So how you know, what ideas can they come with? So not only have they got to be brilliant farmers, they've also got to be really aware of all of those recreation opportunities as well. Run a viable business. They sit down, there's these full-on business plan meetings that they have as well. So the whole process is so that the National Trust can find the best suited tenant, and also, you know, as far as they're concerned, which farm is well suited to them too. It's very symbiotic, you know.
Yes, of course. There was one moment in the first show where they've got to bring the sheep down the hill, and it all seems to be going very smoothly. And then all of a sudden, you know when they say don't work with children and animals? There's just and off they go.
Yeah.
They scatter, and you jump superhero-like over this wall to try and help out with the rescue.
That was your gymnastic background.
Oh, I don't. Well, that's it. Well, the thing is, this is not meant to be in any way a stitch-up for all of them. You know, I'm desperate that they all show themselves in their best possible light. So when you need to help out, you help out. You know, in this week's episode coming up, I'm lambing at like 2 in the morning with them as well, because that's what you do in the farming community. And actually, you know, as well as their actual practical abilities, the National Trust are looking for the right kind of people as well. And how do they react when things go wrong? And, you know, how well do they fit in?
I was quite surprised, Matt, that the range of the people that have applied, you've got a couple of really experienced farmers that bring their own farm sheepdogs with them. And then you've got 1 or 2 that have got very little experience of farming. They just really love the idea of changing their life and trying something new.
Yeah, well, the Trust are very up for giving people opportunities too. And, you know, one particular person is George, who is a builder. And he can build anything. But obviously looking after the National Trust buildings are really important too. And he's really into the running side of things. He's like an endurance runner. He runs, you know, across deserts and does 100-mile runs. And he actually went up and down Wythfa in 2.5 hours during the selection process.
Well, just because it wasn't hard enough.
Run. Yeah. So he wants to bring sort of park run and all of that sort of thing. So his business plan is skewed to that. And actually, you know, you can't graze this farm very heavily. So the farming side has to fit in with all of the other elements too. And that flock of sheep that you're talking about, the Welsh mountain sheep, they actually come with the tenancy.
Right.
a flock of sheep, so they've got to see how well they can cope with it. So there's everything in this show. Do you know what I mean? And I think it's the hope and everything that all of these applicants bring to it. They desperately want this, and it's not like winning a trophy. This is winning a life-changing opportunity.
And for 15 years and
Yeah.
onwards,
If not longer.
as you said.
Fingers crossed,
hopefully.
What is lovely, Matt, is being able to sit down and appreciate, and you know this as the host of Country File and your farming life as it is anyway, is that there is still this urge and joy that people see around farming and the importance of farming. You've got these people that want this. But the plight of the farmer at the moment we're seeing in the news all the time is getting tougher and tougher and tougher, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I've always championed British farming, as much as I possibly can. That's why I do what I do and make the shows that I do. I've got to be careful with my BBC farming cap on as far as what I say is concerned, but my opinions have never, ever changed. We desperately want a vibrant rural community going forward. Our farmers are producing our food. They're looking after our landscape. It's easy to look out of the window and see our beautiful British countryside and forget that those farmers are the ones who are creating it. They're producing our food, looking after our landscape, and they deserve the most support of any industry.
So when the government changes inheritance tax laws regarding farms and the passing on of farms to families that have been on that land for generations, and you can see the impact it has, how, as a farmer and a farmer who's on the land where your family are and all that sort of stuff, how does that make you feel?
Well, I'm a big believer in heritage and tradition, and we do what we do because it works and it's tried and tested over the years. So farmers, all they want to do is provide for people and look out for folk and look after our landscape and give people food. And I think that you repair that with the support, and that's really, I suppose, all I can say at the moment. It's very difficult with me to
Really are hard-working members of the
But you know what? Support British farming. I've never changed my opinion on that.
Yeah, but it doesn't stop you, your love of farming, it doesn't stop you still doing a little bit of showbiz, though. You're still off with your Hollywood superstars and stuff like that. Your connection with telly and starting in Blue Peter and what you've managed to achieve, that's still an important part of your life.
It all comes actually from growing up on a farm for me. I have a very sort of practical outlook on life, very creative way. I do a lot with my hands. I love that. I don't get lost in books because I'm dyslexic, so I've never had that sort of thirst for that side of things. But for me, there's no doubt about it. Growing up in the countryside has made me who I am. You know what I mean? It just has done, and I couldn't live without it. When I first moved down, for Blue Peter, I've only lived 6 months of my life without a flock of sheep, and it was a very unhappy time for me.
I know. I read about this. Like you found yourself a little cottage.
Yeah,
and got
with
yourself
a paddock.
A little field.
And yes, got some sheep, and then it meant that I could bring one of our sheepdogs back, from up home, and came down. Meg was on Blue Peter, and people absolutely loved her.
Yeah.
And but for me, it's it's deep rooted, and I think it's the same for these people as well. These tenants that they just desperately want that life, and
you can see that.
It's brilliant.
Have your kids got the bug as well?
Yeah, I mean, they've never lived without a flock of sheep. They're very lucky. I feel like I work hard to try and give my children the same upbringing that I had and all those kind of lessons of responsibility. And you don't get it anywhere else than on farms. As you say, when you were just talking to Kat about that feeling of lambing, those experiences are just... They're incredible and they stay with you forever, it's so based. I think that's what we all hanker after.
I used to say, it was such an amazing experience, and every time I used to go back to the farm, I could tell that the sheep used to look at me with a sort of rice
like a knowing eye.
He looked after us.
Here he comes.
He's a city boy, but he's got farming.
Yeah, exactly.
The shepherd
by name.
Dream on. Our Dream Farm with Matt Baker continues at 7:15 this Saturday on Channel 4.
To be fair, I think what Miller and Rowley used to say was the sheep used to run the other way when they saw me coming.
Not again! Smelt a bit.
More of a sheepdog.
Thank you for visiting our This Morning YouTube channel. We upload new content every day, so go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out, and we'll see you in the morning.
In a world first, Robert De Niro may have finally met his match as he comes face-to-face with a titan of daytime television.
As he teams up with Deborah Messing for a new movie, let's take a look at what happened when the one and only Robert De Niro met the one and only Alison Hammond.
All right, Bab.
Do you know what? It's so good. Robert De Niro plays two characters. The hair and makeup, so good. All right, Babs. All right, Babs. Who's doing this interview, you or me? Rock, paper, scissors? OK. 1, 2, 3. Oh, shoot. Hey, you still going to tango tonight? Well, babes, It takes two. The Alto Nights is set in 1950s New York and tells the tale of two gangsters, Vito Genovese and Frank Costello, as they battle for control of the city. The film stars Deborah Messing, famous for her role as Grace in Will and Grace, and the legendary Robert De Niro, who plays both lead roles, Vito and Frank.
This is a road that I'm not going down.
Deborah and Robert, it's so lovely to meet you both. I love the film. I can't believe you got your head blown off straight away. Straight as soon as the film starts, I was like, what is going on? But I also didn't realise you played two roles.
Yeah.
It was so, so good. I mean, did you get double bubble?
No.
Do you need a new agent, Bab? I could be your new agent.
Okay.
So what made you say yes?
I just thought it's more of a reason, more of a justifiable reason to do another gangster movie, other than working with everybody I've known all these years and worked with so many times. So it was good.
And Deborah, obviously, you get the call. You're going to be working alongside the legendary Robert De Niro. Yeah. What mode do you go into? You start watching all these films. What do you do?
Oh yeah, I went back and watched all of his gangster films. But yeah, I pinched myself, and I felt like this is a really special project.
The thing is, you've got really funny bones, you have, yet you are so good and serious in this. Was it challenging though? Because she's up and down, she's such a supportive wife.
It was challenging mostly because she was a real person. But there's something, I don't know, delicious about doing a period piece. And it really just helps you just lose yourself in a way that modern pieces don't. And I loved every minute of it.
All of a sudden you want to be half thin, half fat, half a racketeer. You can't have it both ways. You're either in or you're out.
Your dogs were in the movie as well?
Yes.
Was it one dog playing two characters? Or?
No, it was two dogs. That would have been more difficult. You never know.
Yeah, I can't believe you got him in on it. That's so good. Did they enjoy it?
What?
There's one bit there where you're dragging the dog.
No.
Is that what your dogs really like?
They were a little, they didn't know what was going on. Where are we going? It's not like this is a walk they did every day.
Well, and they had mink coats on.
They had mink coats on.
It was so cute. They're so lovely. Did they get paid? Did they get the dollar?
That's a good question. You're going down a very dangerous road. You know that.
Robert De Niro has been nominated for countless awards and has won 2 Oscars for his acting in The Godfather 2 and Raging Bull. So there's only one question I need to ask. So how does it feel being known as a goat?
As a what? A ghost?
A goat.
A goat.
It means the greatest of all time, and you are known as a goat. How does that make you feel?
Well, that's a nice feeling. I'm flattered.
Oh. Well, let's play a game then and lighten the mood.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm going to give you some gangster names, and you have to decide if they're real gangsters or they're just my mates from school.
Okay.
Ice Pick Willie. Is that a gangster or one of my school pals? It is a real gangster. Big Belly Bowden.
Big Belly Bowden?
Bowden.
It's one of...
You've got to decide, Bob.
Okay.
Come on, Bob, don't mess around. It's a school. It's correct, well done. It was my friend John, because he used to drink a lot of milk. He used to get a really big belly, and everyone used to call him Big Belly, so there you go. The Wizard of Odds, gangster, or one of my school pals. You're correct. It is a gangster. It's a real gangster. Krusty Robinson. You're incorrect. Sorry, Bob.
That's all
You're
right.
right, Deborah. Snowy Robinson. She had a very snotty, crusty nose.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah, sorry.
You couldn't give her a Kleenex?
Yeah. So the winner is... It's you, Deborah. And I know you're allergic to flowers, so I got you some fake ones. There you go.
Oh, and they're gorgeous.
They're beautiful. There you go with your dress.
So much. They're beautiful.
You're welcome.
Sorry,
Alto
Bob.
Nights. Sorry, Bobs. It's a wonderful movie. Now we're going to do the interview again. However, I'm going to do it with a different character. Are you up for it?
Good, yeah.
I mean, I think she actually went, sorry, Bobs.
She did
a
say...
mixture of Babs and Bobs.
That's what you do with Robert De Niro.
I mean, casual, right?
To be fair as well, I want to meet all of Alison's mates from school.
So do
Big
I.
Belly Bowden.
The one with the crusty nose as well. Definitely wiped it on
And
his
thank you for
sleeve.
visiting our This Morning YouTube channel. We upload tons of new content every single day. So hit the subscribe button, like all the videos, and don't miss out. We'll see you in the morning. Now then, our next guest started out as a teenager in pop group Street Band and Q-Tips, but it was a successful solo career that saw Paul Young transition into a teen idol.
So good. All our yesterdays.
Love it.
No, all our yesterdays as he prepares for his new UK tour. Paul joins us now. You're off again. So you were on tour last year with the release of your coffee table book as well at the same time.
That's right. Yeah, yeah.
And then you're back on the road. There's no stopping you.
No, it's similar to that because it was a success.
Yeah.
And the promoter wanted to add some more dates. But I've done a reshuffle on the show, so there's a few different things being talked about in the show. Because what I do is I tell stories behind things that happen, you know. People might see it on TV. I go, yeah, but how that happened was this and that, or something happened on that particular day, you know. So we tell stories. And there's a lot of things on the road that happen to you that you don't think is going to happen to you as a musician, but they do, you know. And so they're like backstories behind the end thing that people see.
Yeah.
And then also we show some videos, talk about those. And we've changed a few of the songs that we do. We're doing 6 acoustic songs now. And it plays the first 2 albums off against each other, really.
OK. Right.
There's no parallel secret of association, so we're both really big.
Yeah.
And it'd be interesting to see in various places, one show of hands might say no parlay.
So they can choose. So the audience are going to be allowed to choose which song
I might
they
even
want.
go, well, it all depends which one you choose. And if you choose the second album, I'll be doing this song. And if you choose the first one, I'll be doing that song next, you know.
Power to the people.
Yeah, I love the idea
just
of
a bit-
all the stories, though, because there are so many stories that you've
there's so
got.
many, yeah. We've got ones called The LA Doctor. I had to meet a mafia guy once, and that was a bit of a shocker, yeah.
You survived, you lived to survive the
Because
tale,
he took his girlfriend to the show and
Right.
Wanted to show off a bit, but we had to rush off because the record company were going to give me an award in a nightclub. And so he was a bit annoyed, so I had to be arranged to meet him.
A meeting with the mafia boss.
You don't want to annoy
I
them.
expand on that one.
I'd look forward to that one. But there's so many. I mean, there's last-minute duet with George Michael at Wembley. How did that come about?
Yeah, that's another one. The backstory to that is he was never going to be there at that point because when it was announced, he'd already got something in the diary that he was going to do. And but I think it was the kind of thing, whether it was a personal appearance or whatever, it was something where he said, I'm going to try and move the time that I'm doing it, and then I'm going to do everything I can to get to the Prince's Trust. And so when we got there, they told me he wanted to do every time you go away, and I said, I just did it. I've done 3 songs. And then they said, yeah, but it'd be great if you go back and do it with George on the encore. So we just had 10 minutes to run through the song, and he remembered everything I said. Didn't put a foot wrong, you know.
Just randomly said, I just want to do...
Yeah, let's do
He
it.
said it was his favourite pop song that was in the charts at that time. And he said, I know all the words, so I won't need a cheat sheet.
How amazing is that, Paul?
I love the idea of that time as well, when you almost didn't meet David Bowie because you were in LA and in a restaurant. I do things like that all the time where I get a bit shy to say hello to people.
Yeah.
In actual fact, you always should. He came over to you, didn't he?
He did, yeah. So I said no because then it draws attention that he's there, and it was in a kind of a corner.
With his wife.
Yeah, with his wife. And so we left it, and we sat down, and then I'm looking at the menu. I got a tap on the shoulder, and I turn around, and I look down, and he's there. He's crouching down, and he just said, "I thought I'd come and say hello," he's such a gentleman.
Amazing.
Yeah, amazing.
You see, the mountain came to Mohammed. That's what it was. You see, you sit and wait. Well, that's how it goes. How special. There's so much in it as well. Band-Aid, of course.
Yes.
You know, and of course, what has become such an iconic song that has made so many incredible moments and stories and money for really important charities. You got the opening line.
Yeah. Well, as you can see, I'm reading it there because it was all very new to me. I thought that, well, I'd got the bit in the middle first, and I did that quite early on. I think I was one of the earliest people to turn up, and Spandau weren't far behind. And since then, I've watched, because You remember things a certain way, and then actually you go, oh, no, it wasn't.
No, yeah.
I thought they left it until the end of the day before I got the first 2 lines. But watching it back, you can see other people that came after me, like Boy George and that. You can hear my voice in their headphones. So it was at some point during the day, I thought I was finished, and they said, can you have a go at the first 2 lines? And you hear Tony do it, I think, and maybe Simon as well.
Simon
and
and
then they
Tony
must have
Hadley.
decided quite early, let's go with Paul's.
And let go, Paul.
Winner, winner, chicken dinner.
And do you know why they went with yours?
I don't know, other than I thought I did it very gentle, and so it gives the song a chance to build. That's the only thing I...
Well, we've actually got Midge at yours response to this, because
We've actually got Midge.
We've actually got Midge. Well, our producer is Midge's daughter, and I said, get your dad to give us a reaction to this, because you've said, I'm not 100% sure why they chose my voice, and this is what he said this morning.
Yeah.
Paul has one of the most distinctive voices in the UK at the time, as well as being hugely popular. We needed to grab people's attention straight away, and that's why he launches the song. And it does exactly that, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
It's so distinctive, it's so powerful.
Yes. Yeah,
that's
absolutely
nice,
amazing.
Midge.
And then you also went on and did Radio Gaga as well, but you never got
Yes.
to meet Freddie.
No, this is the thing all the way through. I didn't get to meet him at Live Aid.
No.
I had so many close shaves. The guitarist Jamie that's doing the acoustic tour with me, he was working with Queen and Brian May for a long time, and he'd met Freddie a few times as well, you know, but not me.
Oh,
It's such a shame.
We've got too much to talk about.
Yeah,
We're going to
we
have
do.
to come to see the gig. Paul will talk you through so many of these stories about so many of those moments. You've hurt your leg as well, sadly. We haven't got into that. Well, fingers crossed you're OK for the tour, because that's been pretty brutal, hasn't it? The recovery from it.
Yeah, the recovery taken a long time, but I think I've got to the point now where I look a bit saddle sore.
He just
Hard day in the
walks a
saddle.
bit like a pirate.
Just do it sitting down. That's the lovely thing about an acoustic set.
Yeah.
It's lovely to see you. Thank you for coming in.
Thank you.
And
Thank
sharing
you.
some of those stories.
Tickets for Paul's tour from No Parlay to The Secret of Association are available now.
That'll be a really,
It'll be an
really
amazing
special.
night,
hello.
yeah.
Thank you for visiting our This Morning YouTube channel. We upload tons of new content every single day. So hit the subscribe button, like all the videos, and don't miss out. We'll see you in the morning. She became a staple on our screens in hit shows like Mr. Selfridge and Sherlock, but for her latest project, Amanda Abington is taking centre stage. She stars in a brand new play, and she's here to tell us more about it. Lovely to see you this morning.
Thank you for having me.
Hello.
Going back on the stage.
Yes. Yeah, I was on it last year, which was quite a harrowing play. This is more light-hearted and funny and poignant.
But quite sort of complex. Your character's complex.
Yeah, I hate my character.
You don't like your
I
character?
hate her, no, because she's the antithesis of me.
So explain a little bit about what the play is.
So the play is called This Is Not a Happy Room, and it's by Rosie Day. And it's about a sort of dysfunctional family who come together in Blackpool in this horrible reception room for their father's 3rd wedding. Wow. And I'm the wife from the first marriage, and we have 3 children together. And we are here for his 3rd wedding, and we're all waiting for him, and he doesn't turn up, and he doesn't turn up, and it turns out that he dies. And it turns into a funeral. And then so what happens is it unravels, and you find out all these secrets within the family, and you realise why some of them are dysfunctional and why they don't get on. And it's very poignant, very funny. And my character is Esther, who's just awful. But you realise why at the end of the play. There's a beautiful twist at the end of the play, and you realise why she's like this. But she kind of just is not a very good mother, and dismissive and brutal and sarcastic and biting. And I'm in the rehearsal room, and every now and again I'll sort of get really loud. I'm not like this. Please, can we just all have a cuddle? Because I'm being horrible to these children, and it's horrible. Yeah. So it's good though. It's wonderful.
I was going to say, isn't that quite fun to play though as well? To play someone who is a bit of
completely, because I
baddie
can't do that with my kids because they're firm but fair. Yeah. But she's relentless. So it is lovely to do. It's a release, but at the same time you come away thinking, please don't actually hate me, please, because I'm not like that.
I mean, you're starting at the King's Head Theatre as well, of course, in Islington, which is a very small, intimate theatre. So you're going to be able to feel the reaction from the audience as well.
Absolutely, yeah. And we're on a thrust stage, so we have like 3 sides, and it's like they're in the room with us. That's what we want it to feel like, that they're actually part of the guest list and they're in the room. So it's wonderful, and everybody in it is fantastic. It's a wonderful cast.
Yeah. What's it like in comparison to filming TV or being on screen? The difference in a theatre, do you have that real kind of, it's a do or die moment? You have to get this
and you're
right.
always on it. Like you all have, I can't
as I'm getting older, I can't drift. Like, it's like sometimes you think, I wonder what I'm going to have for dinner when I get home. But you can't. I can't.
That's not ideal.
No. So you have to be. And what's brilliant about doing theatre is that you're present and in it and listening. And every night is different because you get energy from the audience. So whenever each audience is really different. So you can feed off that, and then you can play different type things and stuff.
What'll
like
be
that.
interesting, especially if she's such a divisive character up until the end, you will be able to feel that, won't you? And there's going to be different
I mean,
moments.
thank God there's a payoff for her. There really is at the end, and you kind of just you're left conflicted, going, "Oh no, that happened to her." But there are lots of wonderful twists in it. Rosie's an amazing writer, and it's if you've ever been in any kind of dysfunctional family or any family generally. This is the play for you. It's very funny.
That might be helpful for all the cut. This was Marcy was in early. This might have helped.
Can I take that?
Yes, you can take that.
Take that with me.
This is available.
That would be great.
You can help with that one. The idea of bringing a new play to the stage as well. Hopefully you're going to do it in London, then you're going to Windsor.
We go to Windsor, and then hopefully, if people like it, hopefully it'll have more of a life. But it's honestly, it's joyful. It's wonderful being back on stage again. And I did a play last year, which was very heavy, and it was a true story about rape, and that was very hard to do. This is such a departure from that, and it's so lovely because we laugh every day, and the cast is so funny and brilliant, and the director's wonderful. It's this is a happy room that we're in,
Yeah.
It's
talking of happy rooms.
Yeah.
It's so nice to see you. You look so good.
Do I?
And when you just said it's a really joyful play, you can see it in you.
Yeah.
After quite a tricky year.
It's been tricky, yes, it was. I mean, we don't want to go over old ground, obviously, because that was done, and I'm happy with what happened. Well, not happy, but I don't regret what happened. And it's time to move on for everybody now. But it was one of the hardest years of my entire life. And having to battle that was tricky. But it's good. Onwards.
I have to say, though, you look amazing. Like,
Do I?
Yeah, you look all sparkly.
Oh, you're so lovely.
Twinkly
It's because I've had 11 puppies at home. That's probably why. My dog. We had 3 Dachshunds. We've got 2 girl Dachshunds and a boy Dachshunds. And before Christmas, that's me learning lines with them all on me. And so the end of last year was just an amazing thing because both our Dachshunds gave birth to 5 and 6 puppies 3 days apart.
That's puppy therapy in action, right there.
It literally was. I should have sold tickets because people could just come around and they're just. We've got 3 left now, so we've got 3 little girls left. So if anybody would like a Dachshund.
How fabulous.
Yeah. So that was a nice.
But the one thing we did say before the break was that the wedding plans have gone on hold.
They have, yes, because we just want to.
It's not Dachshund-related issues.
Well, we're not trying to train them to be bridesmaids.
Okay.
No, we just want to get this year out of the way as well. We've still got things that are hanging over us in terms of like litigation and stuff like that with various things. So we want to get this year out of the way and then focus fully on having a wonderful celebration next year.
He is the most extraordinary human being I think I've ever met.
I love him with all my heart. He has been such a rock and is so incredibly inspiring every day. And
is there ever a moment he's not positive? I mean, does it get a bit annoying that he's always so positive? Do you know what I mean?
He
like
really
a little
is.
bit.
No,
Can he just be
even when
grumpy
he's
once?
negative, he's positive. You just go, shut up, Jonathan. No, he's wonderful, and we have. Even last year, going through everything that I went through, he made me laugh every single day, and he's just an inspiration completely. Yeah, he's my heart. He has my heart.
Support
It's a lovely thing to say. You just said about being he's an inspiration to you, but you're an inspiration to your children as well, because has Joe's gone into acting now?
Yeah,
you're
all on his own.
Yes. Wasn't he in a school play?
He was in Guys and Dolls.
And he got an agent to come down.
An agent, there he is, look at them. Oh, they're just so wonderful. God, they're gorgeous.
Aren't they?
God, how did I do that? How did I do that? And yeah, I'm so lucky. He got there was a teacher that works there who's also an agent, and she came to see the play and put him up for this job, and he got a recall, and now he is starring in Stephen King's new adaptation of The Institute, which is coming out this year, and he's the main part in it. And he went 4 months in Nova Scotia, all on his own.
Wow. Talk about grabbing the bull by the balls and getting on
they're
with
both
it.
very
hadn't spoken to you, hadn't spoken to his dad, and gone, I really fancy the idea of doing
he did, but he didn't want me or his dad to be part of it, so he didn't tell anybody. He just did it, and I helped him with his self-tape, but I didn't need to help him. His instincts are completely there as an actor. And Grace as well. You know, they're both naturally very, very talented. It's irritating how talented they are. She's also a fantastic artist as well. And
not one of those really talented people.
Yeah, and she's nice.
Oh,
Gordon Bennett.
What have I done? The three of you, maybe even the four with Mars as well,
Yeah.
together in a play, something. Could you see yourselves working together?
Completely, yeah. I would be honoured to work with any of them, yeah. I think they are really good. I would be bad, you know, I'd have to tell them if they weren't. I would, because it wouldn't be fair.
No, it's all right.
So if they weren't
be
good
honest with
actors, I'd say, maybe we should try something else. But they are good at it, and they're modest and good kids. I'm very proud of them.
It's smashing to see you.
Thank you so much for having me.
It really is,
It's
Amanda.
lovely to see you both.
Amanda is starring in This Is Not a Happy Room at Islington's King's Head Theatre from the 26th of March. Then they go down to Windsor. And fingers crossed they'll be doing it more around the country.
Thank you.
Thank you for visiting our This Morning YouTube channel. We upload new content every day, so go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out. And we'll see you in the morning.
Doesn't love a piece to camera walking along a beach.
Oh, it's heaven, isn't it?
Well, doesn't get better than that in Langkawi, does it?
Can I just say, you two,
yes, you
amazing.
Can. Oh, you can, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? No, seriously, because you make the job look so easy. I know what it's like. I know how difficult it is.
Hey, you
and
did
I
the
love
show.
him,
You were
two.
great.
You're fantastic.
You were great, Paddy. It's so lovely to see you on the sofa.
I know I'm great. But I'm giving you two a little lift.
Thank you, darling. It's lovely. But this show is honestly one of the best shows
It's great
ever.
fun, isn't it?
Because you don't know whether they're going to go for the gift,
Yeah.
or whether they're going to stick, you know, look after everybody's back,
Yeah.
or they're just selfish people. But is there a twist?
Well, the main thing with the show is, you know, in life, and we've all got friends and family like this, you're either a person who saves for a rainy day and squirrels it all away, or you're living in the moment and you're absolutely just splashing the cash and you don't think about
that would be
tomorrow.
me.
Well, this is it. So what happens with a group is it's a really lovely mixture of people from all different walks of lives,
Yeah.
all different social standings. So they've all come to it on episode 1 with like, I'm just going to play the game, get as much money as we can, and we'll do it for the team. About half hour into the first episode, that goes out the window.
And why is that? Is that because of the temperatures? Is because it's so hot, it's uncomfortable? Why do you think it goes out?
I just think it's human nature. I think, you know, sometimes you go into a situation, don't you, think, right, I'm going to play it like this, you know. And a lot of shows you watch on TV, especially if they're reality-based, everyone goes in with a game plan.
Yeah.
But it just goes out the window, doesn't it, after you've done a couple of days. And out there in Langkawi, it was so hot. It's like being in a steam oven. You know, it's just, you just move and you're wet through. So it was really uncomfortable, and we really put them through it. And some of the temptations on this series, because it's series 2, bit of money now. Oh, Channel 4 have gone, oh, this works. Let's get involved.
Put the money into
So
it.
we've got, like, we've built swimming pools in the jungle, Chinese restaurants, we've got a British pub.
Chinese restaurant.
Yeah, you need that.
Right.
There's, honestly, spas, it's absolutely mind-blowing when you see the temptations. But, you know, it's interesting because one of the guys, David, he's a vicar. And I thought, right, and he's rocked up day 1, all the gear on, and I thought, right.
Got morals.
Yes. How's he going to play it? And it's interesting watching it change. You know, good luck to his congregation.
What is it that they want when they're in those sort of temperatures? Is it? It's not a Chinese. Is it a Chinese restaurant?
Well, you know, there's big temptations like that, and then we give them secret ones as well. So it might just be a coffee and a donut, right? But no one knows about it. So at the end of the day, they find out the money's gone off the
Depends, are they normally very hungry? Are they normally very...
Yeah, well, they do tasks during the day, so they might have done like a 10-mile trek through the jungle. It takes it out of you. And a coffee and a donut at the end, you know. But the trouble is that coffee and donut might be 10 grand.
Yeah.
Which I realise people watching in London going, reasonable. But everywhere else in the country thinks that it's expensive. So they'll take that, and then at the end of the day, when they do the kind of like, right, we've got the figure in what money's been spent, so they go, hang on, where's this 10 grand gone?
Yeah.
And someone sat there with all that sugar, going, I've no idea.
And do they come clean, do you think? Or is it like the...
No, some of them don't. Honestly, I were out there, and every day there's a plot twist. It is insane. I really enjoyed it, and this group of people taking part in this show, just all bring something to the table, you know what I mean? But I think it's one, it's great to watch as a family. It's one, if you've got teenagers, they'll be all over it. And it's just, it just gets you talking about what would you do if you were in that situation, really.
All those best shows do, I think, don't they?
Yeah.
It's so good. Are you, like, in the wilderness with them, or are you in a lovely luxury hotel?
Oh, luxury hotel.
All the time.
I look at them with binoculars, with me fluffy gown on, going, oh, that looks awful. No, I would down there with Mum. But, because half the time they don't know I'm there, I'm sort of, like, behind a tree. You know what I mean? I'm narrating it to the camera and what have you. But it is really uncomfortable. I mean, it is extreme, that place. It's a beautiful island, but not if you're in the jungle sort of camping.
Oh, I can't wait to see it now.
Great,
I can't wait to know who wins. You know, don't you? You actually know.
I do know, and let me tell you, my jaw is still on the floor.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Someone you don't expect?
Yeah.
Oh, I can't wait.
Yeah. It's
you present location shows as well. You get so immersed in the whole
absolutely.
that you are genuinely a viewer, aren't you?
And you become a part of it because you're out there and you're watching all the twists and turns, and you sort of you can't be seen to lead anyone, but you feel like going to someone like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Just do this.
When I used to work on the SEA, I did that. It's a sort of early version of the SES show.
I remember that.
Yeah, you know, I used to literally just smuggle Mars bars onto set and just go because they just couldn't eat anything and they were so hungry. Like,
So nice.
Because they were just like...
They loved you.
Yeah, exactly.
What's amazing is he snuck a Mars bar past an SAS operative. What's that saying for our special forces? Sending all here with a Mars bar.
Listen, let's talk Palladium. You're on a Palladium tonight.
Palladium tonight.
You should be on the sofa right now. You should be
I'd be
practicing.
fine. I did a show in Bath last night and Palladium tonight, and I'm really looking forward to it. I've not played central London for about 15 years, and you kind of, you know, when you're touring, you go all over the place and what have you. And I don't know, I just kind of, it wasn't a conscious decision. I think the last place I played with the Apollo, it was a great show. So doing the Palladium, though, with all the history behind it, you know what I mean? I've done the O2, I've done the Apollo, I've done pretty much it. That's the only place I've not done, and I'm really looking forward to it,
It's very intimate there. It's beautiful.
Yeah, I love old-school theatres.
Yeah.
I think, you know, even if you've not got a microphone, just how they were built back in the day, you know, the acoustics and everything else, it's just a lovely atmosphere.
Everything of those. It's this, where the stairs take you. It's the little nooks and crannies of old theatres.
Yeah, exactly. I'm really looking forward to it.
It's been lovely just being out on the road again, just touring.
It is, yeah, actually. I've kind of, you know, I think, you know, anyone who does a tour, there's a part of it where you go, oh, how many have I got left and what have you? But I think at the age I'm at now, weirdly, this is the most I've ever enjoyed a tour. I think it's definitely the best I've done, and I'm very present on this, whereas back in the day, I was just half cut. You know what I mean? We're next, where are we? But, you know, and I really feel it off the audience. And in the second half, without getting too heavy, and it's not heavy, and I explain it during the show, you know, I talk a little bit about sort of, you know, mental health and autism and a lot of subjects where people kind of get a little bit
nervous,
standoffish about. But I always find the humour in everything. Yeah. And I think it's the best... I certainly helps me cope with certain things. So I kind of feel as though when I do that on the second half, you really feel the audience, like, engage with it and talk. You know, it's just lovely. It's a really good show, if I don't say so myself. Get our BAFTA out.
Well,
good luck tonight.
Paddy, good luck, sweetheart.
Oh,
good luck. And you can catch Tempting Fortune at 9 p.m. on Sunday. Hi, everyone. Just wanted to say thank you for visiting our Every Parent's Nightmare. Stephen and Ashley join us now. Welcome to the sofa. It was so good. We watched it last night. Absolutely incredible. I was like gripped. I went on to the next episode and then fell asleep, because obviously, but I wanted to carry on and carry on. Thank you. But it's so good. What inspired you to write this?
It was, honest to God, I'll to be honest, completely honest. I read an article in the paper and it was about a young girl who's been stabbed to death by a young boy.
Yeah. And
then a couple of months later, I was watching the news and there was another story about a young boy who stabbed a young girl to death. And I just... If I'm really honest with you, it hurt my heart. And I just thought, as a parent as well, you know, it just kind of made me think, what's going on with society?
Yeah.
What's happening today where this is becoming a regular occurrence? And you know that beautiful saying, it takes a village to raise a child? Well, in a way, I think that we're all kind of slightly accountable, you know, from the side of the parenting, the school, the political structure, there's, you know, the society itself, and then what we didn't have when we were kids, social media, and the influence of social media.
Just huge.
Phones. They parent our kids just as much as we do today. And we're not pointing the finger specifically at any one thing. We're just saying, let's talk about this, do you know what I mean? Let's bring this into our awareness.
I think that's what's so powerful about it, is it's in one take, which is still head-scratch. I mean, it's an incredible job your director did and you guys have done. But it's that normalisation, like your house is normal, your child is normal, everything he's got it's just like he's still a child. The fact there's stars, there's like the solar systems on the wallpaper. It's the little parts of it where, you know, he's in a witness room and you tell him to eat his cornflakes. It's all of those things that, as a parent, you just sort of resonate with because this is still a child. And you rarely see a drama from a perpetrator's family's point of view as well.
Exactly. That was another thing we wanted to do. We wanted to show a different narrative. But we also wanted this to be, you know, it could be your people next door, or more importantly, it could happen to any one of us.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? That's why we kind of decided to make this story.
It is unbelievable. You just touched on it then, the fact that it's one take, which is incredible. I mean, what are the logistics of doing a one take, and how difficult is that actually? If it goes wrong, do you have to start again?
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah.
Do you?
I mean, there's you know, there's huge amount of planning that goes into it. We spent like 2 weeks, a week rehearsing with just the actors, a week with the actors and camera, and then a week shooting. So you do like 2 takes a day, right?
Yes.
And you know, you get 10 chances basically, and you have to get it within that.
Matt Lewis, our DOP, there, superb.
Yeah.
So by the time you start, it's almost like theatre. It's almost like muscle memory, isn't
Exactly.
it?
Yeah. Exactly. That's exactly what it was. I mean, I came to set thinking it was going to be a blast, like I was going to have a blast or whatever, and then I found myself every night crying and rocking myself to sleep, like with my script.
No, babe, it's good. I've got working with Stephen again. I'm going to have so much fun on
Top
set.
Boy was a breeze.
Man,
that was a breeze.
The thing, see, what we actually do within this, with the structure of this, we combine both disciplines, so you marry them together. So you've got that the liveliness and the spontaneity of theatre, you know, and that kind of energy that creates. But then you've got the naturalism and the realism of television and film camera. But what that does as well is both us as actors and the crews, you're one team.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
So you can't, like, ad-lib, you can't, like, go off.
No, look, there was room for that.
there?
But everyone just had to be aware that whatever happens, you have to go with it. Once that train goes and you're on it...
We're on it.
That's it. You know, so whatever happens, you got to go with it.
And you're on it together.
And sometimes that made for beautiful... You know, beautiful moments that we weren't expecting.
Didn't you rock up on set with a bit of a dicky back as well?
Yeah, my back was gone. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I had a bad back. I was playing basketball with my daughter the day I was meant to get the train, jumped and my back went jarred a bit.
You came in with a wheelchair.
Oh, yeah.
Was you milking that bit, though? Was you milking it a little bit?
No, not at all. I mean, listen, I was so upset with myself.
I'll tell you what, though, when Hannah and Joe Johnson saw him, when Hannah, the producer, who's also my wonderful wife, hello, love, when they saw him, what was their face like?
It was a picture. It was a picture. Yeah, we didn't think we was going to be able to do it, to be fair.
Because you had running scenes and everything, didn't you?
Yeah, but by that point, I mean, that was episode 2, but by that point...
he was OK.
I was OK.
You look good.
Yeah, he ain't running fast there, though, is he? Look, that's a... What was concerned?
No, hold on.
It's a contentious point.
Let's not get into the running thing. It's acting running.
Yeah, wow. That's bad. What, you nearly gets knocked over here by a motorbike? No.
Oh, it's so good!
So what you have to understand as well, Dermot, don't, you know, the lad can run, but... That's the camera as well, but that's Dad's running. But also, you have to take into account the whole crew, you know, the movements across the road, locking the road off. That's why this crew, the entire crew, I'm not being, you know, I'm just going to be very honest, they're the best crew I've ever worked with.
What a cast as well. You've got some great actors.
We've got an amazing
Aaron Doherty. A word about Owen Cooper, because the young kid, he is just phenomenal.
Magic.
Yeah, he's unbelievable.
Yeah. Really is magic.
I think he's a once-in-a-lifetime generational talent, you know what I mean? He's phenomenal. We saw over 500 kids, and Shaheen Baig, who's just marvellous, and Philip Barantini, our director, who, you know him, I've known for years. He's a good mate. But
I think Ashley's the nicest copper I've ever seen.
So measured and calm,
isn't he? So measured,
so
brilliant. Calm. I really like... Did you do some research into the police as well?
We did, actually. I went on a raid with It was with your cousin, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
you did, yeah.
Stephen's
My cousin was the copper, by the way.
It was the copper, yeah.
We're right, we're about to bust Stephen's
Let's
cousin.
make that clear. Let's make that clear.
Stephen's cousin was asleep in the bed when he was just...
I mean, listen, it was cool. It was cool. It was the biggest anticlimax ever because it was like...
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was the wrong place or whatever it was. And it was good. You know, I wanted to do a lot of research to understand procedure and whatever, but actually it turned out like getting onto set, it wasn't about him being a policeman. It was about the heart. The heart of it was he's a dad.
He's a dad.
Right? He could relate.
And the thing with Ashley doing this, sorry, with Ashley, for him in this character, I think he's phenomenal because we always see Ashley, and rightly so, he was brilliant in Top Gun.
Shine.
Do you know what I mean? He's fantastic.
I still see it.
But I wanted you to see another side of him.
It was so good.
And he's done that. He's smashed it.
We have to talk a couple of things. Firstly, 1,000 Blows, which is brilliant, and actually you directed some of the episodes of that as well.
Did, yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank
What a
you.
brilliant thing to be part of.
Oh, it was amazing, man. When I got the call from the big man, you know, I didn't want to say no. And yeah, I loved it. I loved it. It was great for me.
Again, Erin Doherty.
I was hoping for a little cameo in that. I wanted to be a little
You
Irish
would have been
fighter that gets
so
the
good.
living kicked out of him.
But it's not weekend, eh? You never know.
Next time. He's a good actor, you know.
And secondly, we have to talk Springsteen. So you are in Deliver Me From Nowhere. You're in that as Bruce's dad. I'm a huge Springsteen fan, Douglas. So what was it like? You met the great man. Jeremy Allen White is playing him.
Yeah, he's phenomenal.
In Nebraska. Have you seen it yet?
No, because I was there for a few days and we shot it. And if I'm really honest with you, Bruce is one of the most wonderful, humble men I've ever met in my life.
Yeah.
He was, and he's an icon, you know, and he's an absolute icon. But what a wonderful man.
And the relationship he's got with his dad was so nuanced because it was his greatest hero and his greatest foe in exactly.
His dad
the
was
same.
an alcoholic, and a manic depressive, do you know what I mean? So it was a tricky piece.
Yeah, you met him, didn't you? He's a lovely man.
Yeah, he's wonderful. I'm going to go and watch him at Anfield when he plays.
Football.
I mean, you could stick him on the right wing, you know what I mean, probably. But no, he's going to play at Anfield, I think.
Amazing.
Thanks,
Ashley
guys.
and Stephen, thank you so much. It's so good. Adolescent, you have to watch it. It's unbelievable. It's on Netflix now. Do not miss it. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you for visiting our This Morning YouTube channel. We upload new content every day, so go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out. And we'll see you in the morning.